directly in front of it. Boom. Oh, that is the definition of a close call. Holy shit, let's see that again.
Damn, dude. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the worst internet gun fails number 8, the Darwin Awards by Brandon Herrera here on YouTube, guys. Yes, once again, doesn't really need much of an introduction. If you don't know what a Darwin Award is by this point, well, I'm sure Herrera will tell you in the next few minutes here, or you'll just have to wait and see for yourself, you know. Of course, we have seen a few winners of the Darwin Awards. Mostly we've seen a lot of very close shaves, let's call it, quite literally in some cases. You know, people making mistakes, people, you know, not practicing gun safety in the way they should, people not being careful. You know, guns are fun, but, you know, they're definitely not toys. You know what I mean? You want to be respectful of what they can do, and you want to treat that firearm in a respectful manner, and you don't want to fuck around with it, basically, is the gist of it, right? Yeah, so let's see what's in store here today. This is the Darwin Awards, number 8, of course. So, you know, I don't know if there's going to be a theme for this one. I don't know if we're going to see a specific niche in this one. You know, I know gun safety was a topic of one of the previous ones. I guess we'll have to see here today. If you guys enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me, and of course, leave your recommendations down in the comments below. Oh my god, I have to sneeze right now, but we fought it off. We're good. Oh, sorry about that. Holy shit. And yeah, big thank you to all of our members, of course. And yeah, without any further delay, guys, let's say we get right into this video. Yeah, let's leave a like here. Captions already on. Quality 1440p, full screen. Without any further delay, let's get it.
Jesus.
I got it on camera.
What the hell?
I got that bitch on camera.
Yeah.
He
What?
almost died. Look at him.
You got that bitch on camera. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Welcome back to another episode
Oh, it's coming
of
back.
the Darwin Awards. One of the most requested series I do, and one of the most hated by the powers that be at YouTube.
I don't know why.
Herrera, and as we say on the channel all the time, guns are awesome.
They are.
Idiots, on the other hand, are not.
Less
When you
awesome.
put the two of those things together, sometimes you get the winner of a Darwin Award.
That's
The
right.
Darwin Award should be fairly self-explanatory. It's the fictional award that you get when you remove yourself from the gene pool, particularly from something self-inflicted. Life goes on, and the fittest continue to survive. The real purpose of these videos is to show you guys, I guess, where they went wrong and kind of use it as an opportunity to teach gun safety.
You know, on that note, though, we've seen a number of instances in these videos where it's not the person that should be Darwin awarding themselves, they Darwin award other people. You know, which is, you know, that's obviously not the purpose of it, right? You're supposed to be taking yourself from the gene pool, but they're removing other people from the gene pool and not themselves, you know, in some instances. Just with the things we've seen, a lot of the times we've seen that it's over in the Far East, let's call it, and it's at some parties or some weddings or whatnot. Let's see if any of those are in this video.
My hope being potentially using this platform and entertainment as a way to save lives.
Of course.
And make some pretty off-color jokes. So with that in mind, let's move on to our first
Do what
clip.
you got to do.
It appears that Angry is not fucking around anymore.
What the
This
fuck?
small gentleman is rocking a very large caliber revolver.
Holy
now
shit.
He's on the Darwin Awards, so we can predict what's happening next.
There's no way he's holding that. Let's say it right now. I mean, listen, for his stature, it's a decent stance, but there's just simply no way that caliber is way too large. That's all it is, right? I'm sure if he had a 9 or something, he'd probably do just fine, but that's rough, you know? Oh!
Yep.
Oh no! Well, at least he's in good spirits.
Hand placement of that guy who
They're in
almost
good
is,
spirits.
like, guaranteed knows what's going to come next.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it looks like nobody was injured, but it's
They're
never
laughing.
a good thing for a gun to go flying out of someone's
Yeah,
hands.
that's awful.
Especially the handgun, where
Yikes.
people try to catch it.
Bro, and like, look at that shit.
A gun to go flying out of someone.
It hits him square in the face. Thank God. You know, I guess his grip was firm enough. He ate it in just the right spot, because, man, that hammer or that front post or anything hitting him in the teeth, you're looking at broken teeth. He could have gotten severely fucked up by this. Like, that was...
Hands. Especially the
like,
handgun.
that was
where
very
people try
lucky.
to catch it. That's how people get shot.
Very
We've
lucky.
talked about this in Darwin Awards in the past with those large caliber revolvers where people, they lose control of it a little bit too much. You can actually accidentally pull the trigger again. You're essentially bump firing the revolver on accident.
That one
the
was
recoil
scary.
out of control
Yeah.
that way, you're not going to like where that revolver is pointing when you get your second or third round off. Hopefully they were following the rule we mentioned in our previous episode of only load one round in the gun if you don't know if the shooter can handle it or not. That way if they lose control.
I like how he literally just fucking runs away from it. He fucking deeks and he just starts like, holy shit. That's awesome. No, I respect it. You know what I mean? Listen, it was a good try. It was an honest try, you know, just you know, stature of the dude, you know. It's, you know, get yourself something a little smaller. Nothing wrong with it, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'd say he could probably handle a 10. You know, give him a 10mm or something. He'd probably do just fine on that. And that's pretty good.
Load one round in the gun if you don't know if the shooter can handle it or not. That
Yeah.
way if they lose control of the gun or it's too much for them, they've only got one round in it, the damage is done. No opportunity for a stray gun to cause problems.
Just how fast that happens is crazy. I'm
I'll admit
surprised
it's
he's
pretty fun
okay.
clip. Now our next clip is another staple of Darwin.
Very lucky he's okay.
People
Glad
shooting
he
at
is.
explosives way too fucking close. There's the famous lawnmower guy. Of course,
Oh,
we had
yep.
Russia on here earlier. Kyle, no hard feelings. It was just a really fucking good clip. I'm pretty sure we've had a tannerite explosion in almost every episode, so I'm not going to disappoint. This video was sent in to me, aptly titled 50 pounds of tannerite far too close.
50
I'm just gonna
pounds
ignore
of
the fact that our
tannerite.
targets on the 50-pound tub of tannerite are two mannequin heads. Seek therapy, I beg of you. See, the thing about tannerite is you set it off by shooting it, so you have to be at a distance where you feel comfortable hitting the target. Or you just want to be closer for shits and
Holy
giggles.
shit.
Which is where stuff like this happens. Holy shit. And the slow-mo.
Whoa.
Look at that fucking shockwave. Clearly it's kind of high humidity where he's at because you can see the pressure wave, like the vapor
Holy
wave.
fuck, dude.
The
Oh
pressure
my
wave is
god.
causing. The way it's been explained to me before is that
Dude, he's like 20 feet away. Okay, that's what 50 pounds of tannerite looks like. That's impressive. I like that. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Oh, I can see why you guys like it so much down there. Holy shit. Spunky, but that's very brave. At least there was no, like, it was just the tannerite. It wasn't like he had like fragments to worry about. I guess mannequin head's plastic. That'll still fuck you up potentially, but probably fucking just like melted it or fucking got rid of it. It vaporized instantly. Probably, I'd assume there's probably not a whole lot left. But that shockwave, that concussive blast. I don't know if he's wearing ear pro. Let's try to get a view here. But holy shit, dude.
that the pressure wave is causing.
I can't tell.
The way
It
it's been
doesn't look
explained to
like
me
it, but
before
maybe he's
is
got
that,
like in-ear pro.
It's
I
so
don't
high
know.
pressure for that instant that it's turning the water vapor in the air back into water for a moment as it goes out.
No, it's honestly a really, really cool shot. Like, to be honest, like...
Now, these young lads ended up being
But
okay,
damn.
or at least as okay as they were beforehand, probably. But just a little bit closer and they could have started to experience some real issues. That's because the destruction from explosives doesn't just come from shrapnel. The thing that makes the
Concussive
shrapnel that's
blast.
able to rip shit apart and send it flying really quick is that pressure created by the explosive. It's the gas rapidly expanding outward in such a violent way that it's able to rip through solid objects. Now, to remind you how much tannerite we're dealing with, it's 50 pounds. The individually packaged stuff that they sell in the stores that'll blow up, small shit, that's 1 pound. This is 50 times more powerful than that. Anything more, and you need
crazy.
a federal explosives license.
So, yeah, I was about to actually ask, like, what is the limit on that? Is it 50 pounds exact? Like, and then you need a license? Like, what is the legal limit? And I'm sure it probably varies on state to state, too, I'd have to assume. I'm not, I don't live in America, so I don't know. I can't buy tannerite ever here in Canada. That shit is very illegal here. Just wash my hands, say that fucking out loud. Very illegal. So I have no idea, but yeah, somebody let me know, especially if like, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Americans here, like from different states. Let me know like the laws regarding the like tannerite in your state. I'd be interested to see the comparison,
50 times more powerful than that. Anything more and you need a federal explosives license. Thankfully, it seems like there's no harm done to these guys, and hopefully they learn that, explosions are pretty fucking cool, but there's no shame.
It was a very cool shot, like very cool
Get
shot.
that cool-ass Instagram post if you fucking die. Now,
That's
speaking
true.
of being too close to explosives, this next clip I have no context for. In fact, the only version I have is literally a meme. Now, this looks like a soldier somewhere in the Middle East with what appears to be a door-breaching charge. Video's not that great quality. It's really hard to tell what we're actually looking at. I mean, the charge. That is a human soldier. Now let's all watch the slow motion together as to why you probably want to stand off to the side of something like this and not directly in front of it. Boom. Oh, that is the definition of a close call. Holy shit, let's see that again.
Damn, dude. At least he's wearing his helmet and
so
shit.
Fucking fast for this to be slow.
And if there was ever a video to demonstrate why helmets and frag vests are valuable and how they save lives, there it is right there.
That is moving so
Thank
fucking
God.
fast for this to be slow motion. No, I can't help but laugh because the only version of this I have is no shit set to Smash Mouth. In an attempt not to get copyright struck, Delance, can you play like a 1-second snippet of that?
Somebody.
It's fucking terrifying. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like there's anything solid in there. It seems like it's either, you know, some sort of cardboard or...
But as a mock video to show.
Like still, explosives are scary. Be careful.
Why you wear a helmet?
But Brandon, you may say, we haven't really had anything too close to a Darwin Award winner yet. Hold on, we're getting there. This next guy comes pretty fucking close. Now for this next clip, we have a very snappily dressed gentleman who I believe is trying to work on his street cred.
Right.
Okay, Trey. Who gonna die today?
Don't do it. See this?
Don't kill yourself that dirty 38.
Now, we had to bleep that due to YouTube policy guidelines, but there's already some nefarious plans for this revolver that's now in play. Also, I'm not sure what the green rag is all
Gonna
about.
Russian roulette it?
He might be getting into his St. Patrick's Day spirit a little bit.
No, he's from Grove Street.
He looks like he could be Irish.
Russian roulette.
Jesus.
I got it on camera. I got that bitch on camera.
Yeah.
He almost died. Look at him.
You got that bitch on camera.
Look at his face. You ain't no real nigga. Stupid, goofy ass.
Jesus Christ, just being roasted by your fucking friend. You can see
Ain't
that look
no
on his
real
face,
N-word.
That was
Oh
the look of a
my
man
God.
who came very, very, very close to accidentally ventilating his own skull.
That was fucking stupid though. Like, what was the intention there? Like, what were you trying to do? So did you think like it was off or something like that? Like the, you know, he, you know, didn't land on the round that he loaded. Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? Either way, like, don't fucking put it, like, you know the gun is loaded. Just don't do that shit. Just don't fuck around. Like, look, he clearly wasn't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it if you ain't gonna commit. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Fucking clearly he wasn't in the game. His friend is right. He ain't no real... I'm not gonna say it, but you know.
The look of a man who came very, very, very close to accidentally ventilating his own skull. I love how his friend immediately just goes into roasting him too.
Yeah.
I got that bitch on camera. He almost died.
This is why we don't fuck around playing Russian roulette, kids. There is no winning Russian roulette. There's only winning the Darwin Award. Also, rip whoever's in the apartment above him, because he totally just sailed around.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Residential apartment building.
What the fuck? The hole in my floor.
Never mind.
Don't worry about it.
As far as the 4 basic rules of gun
Don't
safety,
question it.
Know your target and what's behind it. Treat every gun as if it's loaded. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot, and never point a gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. If you want to be technical, I think he just violated all 4 of these rules. And it almost cost him a trip to the morgue. Come here. Hey, puppy.
That was pretty close. Oh, dog.
Right in the face. Yep, thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm not making fun of the ATF in this video. You're safe.
Whoa.
Okay, that's gotta work. Now, a common thing I hear about these Darwin Award videos is that they give people anxiety, like these clips stress them out. Well, if that's the case, next time you watch a Darwin Awards video, you might want to have a can of Canadips CBD with you.
Whoa.
Canadips now has their best flavor yet.
Canadips?
Clean peaches. Is it? Clean peach. Excuse me. Combining the southern juice of a Georgia peach with the water-soluble technology of Canadips CBD. If you know me, I'm definitely a fan of some nice peaches.
Me too.
And at the end of the day, it is just CBD, so it's totally cool for gun guys like us without having to worry about ending up a prohibited person. They're an awesome sponsor of the channel. We appreciate them, so if you want to head over...
So you know what's crazy? If you're a police officer here in Canada, you can't smoke marijuana 28 days before handling a firearm, but if you're in the military, it's 2 days. Just saying, you know what I'm saying? So if you got the weekend off. No, that's all I'm saying. And then I'll go a step further. Even if they blood test you, that shit stays in your system for 28 days or like a month or something, right? So there ain't no way to fucking, I'm just saying how fucking stupid the law is, okay? I'm just fucking putting it out there. You know, I'm not saying do or do not do anything. I'm just telling you. That's how it be, you know? That's how it works.
About ending up a
I don't make the rules.
They're an awesome sponsor of the channel. We appreciate them, so if you want to head over to CanadipsCBD.com, they've got a special promo. If you want to take advantage of the Peach Pack, God, there's so many ass jokes to make here, you can get 30% off using the code GUNS. Yes, it appears they do know my audience. The code GUNS. That's 3 cans of the new peach flavor plus an unreleased green and gold snapback for just 35 bucks. Real talk, the Canadips guys are actually, they've got a pretty cool brand and they've been really cool to work with. So we like to keep our good sponsors happy. So of course I'll leave the links down in the description and the pinned comment if you want to check them out. Remember, use the code GUNS, you get 30% off. Thanks again to Canadips for sponsoring the video, and now back to some crazy shit.
I don't know if the code is still active, but you know, if it is, might as well go to their site, give it a try. If it does, 30% off. Holy shit, Canadips. You guys want to get some CBD, go check them out.
You get 30% off. Thanks again to Canadips for sponsoring the video, and now back to some crazy shit. Now these next 2 videos are from the current Slavic heavyweight match going on between Russia and Ukraine. It's a crazy situation going on over there, but it's not made any less crazy by some of these Darwin Award candidates. Now, for example, what would you do if you saw that a rocket landed in the middle of the road and somehow, by the grace of God, didn't go off? If your answer is run
Obviously,
up and kick
run up to it.
Well,
yeah.
You're like these guys.
Yeah.
That is unexploded ordnance in the middle of the street.
There ain't no way, dude.
They're just actively fucking with it. Now, this video, of course, has been making rounds on social media, but I felt the need to comment on it.
So I don't know if these are Russian or Ukrainian guys doing this. I don't know.
Unexploded ordnance means that there is still an explosive inside of it.
Yes.
Just because it didn't go off doesn't mean that it can't. The shit people do for Snapchat clout.
Yeah, and that being said, a lot of the time it's usually just like the fact that like the fuse didn't hit the detonator or whatever have you, or the detonation didn't occur for that reason. Kicking it like this, movement, sudden jolts, like that's exactly what you do not want to fucking do. Because if it is still active, you just fucking ignited it. Now it's gonna continue with its process, let's say. Yeah, that's why you call fucking like bomb disposal and let them fucking take care of it, because, and you don't fucking move it, you don't touch it. Just kicking it like this is insane.
Now this video you might have already seen, and if not, oh boy. There's typically a rule about fucking with landmines.
Right. Don't do it.
Don't.
Yeah.
But this guy, upon seeing a landmine in the middle of the road, decided to take matters into his own hands. Picks it up out of the middle of the fucking road and carries it off into the woods.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
honestly,
Now there's a couple things about this video.
honestly, I don't know for certain. I'm no fucking expert, okay? And I don't know what exact type of mine this is. This could just be an AT mine. I think that's what this is. So if that's the case, he's probably safe. I think they have like magnetic detonators and whatnot. I think it like, I believe. Don't fucking quote me. I wouldn't fucking do this regardless. I'm not saying I fucking would not do that. But, you know, he might know more than me. They might be more familiar with that type of thing. If it's on the road, you know, it's probably meant to hit a vehicle, right? I'm just gonna make that assumption. Let's see here. Let's see what Brandon has to say.
Jesus Christ. Now there's a couple
crazy
things about this video that I'd like to point out.
Right.
One, look at the state of this man's cigarette. Looks to be pretty fresh, which I'm inventing a story in my own mind.
He's like, fuck it.
That may have happened, where he decided before he picked up a live landmine, you know what, fuck it. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out with a cigarette. Hey, Ivan, you got an extra cig? You're probably better off going out with a cig in your mouth than what they'd call it in England. What makes this video crazy is I know a lot of landmines, maybe not this one in particular, I'm not sure what that is. A lot of landmines, though, have anti-vibration sensors. Meaning that if people try to fuck with them, or a tank is, you know, rolling, not quite on it, but next to it, they will still go off.
Yeah.
You know what? I refuse to even call this a fucking Darwin Award. This guy's just got balls of steel.
I judging by the look of it, it does look like to be an older model, but again, I'm no expert. You know, in Canada we learn to identify mines, so, you know, but we're not. The average person is not going to be an expert in it, right? You know, obviously we have EODs and shit like that, bomb disposal units and that. Like, we don't use landmines here in Canada. None of the Western world uses landmines. It's really only the East that does. So you can identify, hey, that's a fucking landmine, but you're not like. You know what I'm saying? We're not learning how to fucking disarm them or anything like that. We got people for that, you know?
He might be dumb. He might be brave.
You learn how to, like, get your way through them,
both,
of course.
But holy shit, man.
Not to disarm.
The only thing concerning about this is we don't really see the end of the video, so hopefully this worked out okay.
I'm sure
now,
he's
this
fine.
next clip is what appears to be a police shooting range in either Russia or one of those Eastern European countries. The reason I say this is this fine madam has a Makarov, a weapon of which I'm not shy about saying I'm quite the fan. What they lack in must-stop power, they more than make up for in just being sexy guns. But our eyes in this clip should be on the female officer. Now, I'm going to preface this next bit by saying I'm sure there are plenty of amazing women in law enforcement all around the globe. Female cops who know the difference between, for example, a Glock and a taser. But let's see how this goes.
How topical.
She's loading ammunition, and desk pops immediately into the desk. Oh, wow. Like, she actually did a desk pop. Like, not popping from the desk, but popping into
the desk.
That's impressive. A feat rivaled only by Twitch streamers. So she clearly had one in the pipe and didn't realize that, you know, because she had the magazine out of the gun could still go off. It's a negligent discharge, not too special, but I just had to include this clip after what happens next. So you see here, everybody's holding their ears. Somebody comes over to investigate what the fuck just happened. Unfortunately, she has her Makarov on a lanyard, so when she walks away, it drags the gun behind her. Thankfully, this officer comes in and, you know, tells her you're being kind of a fucking tool. I don't understand the need to leave the gun, like, immediately. Just, like, walk away from it, considering, you know, the gun's fine. The gun didn't do anything wrong. The gun did exactly what it was designed to do.
Pulled the trigger into the desk.
The trigger was pulled. But yeah, having a negligent discharge and then
dragging
your gun around the office loosely on a bungee, not a great call. Thankfully,
how does she not
injury is
know that?
Pride. I'm sure plenty of people right now are disappointed.
Like, was she just like in the black, just didn't realize that it was on the lanyard still? That's fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, nobody's died in a graphic fashion yet. For one, if you're looking for snuff films, YouTube might not be the place to do it. Secondly, as we've pointed out before, there are multiple ways to win a Darwin Award. You don't necessarily have to die. Just remove yourself from the gene pool. Just like the point gun at Venus trend that we talked about in a prior episode.
I hate that.
Which, now that rockets are freely floating around certain parts of the world, has gotten a little more extreme. But again, while we have had real Darwin Award winners on the show before, the big opportunity here is just to talk about gun safety and whatnot, while looking at some really fucking anxiety-inducing cringe clips. But don't worry, the best is yet to come. Now, this next clip I can only describe as an accident with Mexican shotgun fishing.
Okay.
Appears to be two Hispanic men fishing with a
shotgun.
Now he's got the barrel in the water. And if you've ever seen Looney Tunes, you saw where this is going. Yeah, go ahead, flag your friend while you're at it. Did you see the end of that shotgun barrel? It cartoonishly splayed open. This is because of overpressure.
Yeah.
See, guns can fire underwater, but that really only works if they're fully submerged.
Yeah.
You see, when you just have the end of the gun in the water, then you have a very big mismatch of pressures going on. When the pressure gets too great, things take the path of least resistance. In this case,
the barrel.
The gun.
Yeah. Painful, dude.
Didn't end up badly in this case, but Kentucky Ballistics has showed us what happens when sometimes you overload pressures on a firearm. Big difference in pressure between 50 BMG and a 12 gauge, but still, you want to avoid trying.
You don't want it, of course.
Although shotgun fishing sounds kind of fun. Just make sure you do it above the water. Now, before we move on to our next one, I will warn you, while it's not terribly graphic, your mind can kind of go places and fill in the gaps of what happened, and it shows what happened. We'll probably have to censor a little bit of it just because YouTube's weird about that, but it's more of the implication. The
implication.
So this one is from a celebration in Mexico a few weeks ago. There's some carnival festivities going on involving cannons, but one of the cannons does not go off. So this gentleman comes up and tries to help his buddy out and figure out, okay, what's wrong with the cannon by moving it. Not the biggest deal in the world, but the problem is how he goes about it. So let's see how this unfolds. So he walks up to come rotate the cannon and puts his hand directly over the bore. That's hard to watch. When it comes to working on a cannon, there's certain things you absolutely do not do.
Put your hand over the barrel.
Over the muzzle of a loaded cannon is one of those things. Even the guys that are loading the cannon, like the dudes with the ramrod or whatever, you kind of want to be as hands off as you can, just in case whatever's in that cannon decides it wants to violently come out. You want to preserve as much of your hand as possible. No putting your entire hand over the bore. Now, since this was like a celebration kind of thing, there was a very, very, very low chance that there was actually a projectile in this cannon.
No,
doesn't really matter in this case because even if it's just shooting a blank, it's, you know, a celebratory load of gunpowder, you know, lots of smoke, fire, all that good stuff. When you're shooting a blank but you cover the bore, your hand becomes the projectile. And I've got a decent bit of experience with cannons, given that I've been doing stuff with them for over 10 years now. I also own a small cannon, and we even did a cannon video with Mr. Beast.
Oh, what the fuck?
With that in mind, I can confidently tell you that what we just saw there is close to a worst case scenario. You can even say that his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Palms are
on his sombrero already.
What palms?
Hand spaghetti. Yeah, I already know I'm going to hell. It's fine. And if you thought it was a little funny, I'll save you a seat. I am happy to know that despite the loss of a few digits, this guy did end up being as okay as you can be. But it ends up being a great teachable moment, not just for cannons, but also for any sort of explosive, pyrotechnic, and firearms. Beware of the muzzle. That's where the bad stuff happens. So if you don't, you might end up like a friend here who came to celebrate Cinco de Mayo and left with 0 de mano, which I believe makes him our first ever reverse Darwin Award winner. Thanks to a brief moment of stupidity with gun safety, this man is going to have to get laid from now on because he is never jerking off again. Now, I'll take a second to remind you, if you think you've got on.
No, it's his left hand. Assuming he's right-handed. He's probably right-handed. He can probably jork it, I'm sure.
Because he is never jerking off again. Now, I'll take this second to remind you, if you think you've got a good clip for the Darwin Awards, be sure to let me know. Go ahead and send me a message or put it over on the Reddit, r/Brandon Herrera. It's misspelled on purpose. I know we've lost the first one because, well, Russ. If there's anything you'd like to add that maybe I forgot or missed, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And if you liked or learned something from this video, be sure to please subscribe, because I feel like you and I have bonded now over this.
Wow.
Yeah, guys, we got some crazy content coming for you guys in the next few videos. Some stuff that you guys have been waiting on for a long time, I know. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys staying to the end of the video, and as always, I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video.
Awesome.
When you put the two of those things together and get the peanut butter and the jelly and
the peanut butter and the jelly, oh.
That's stupid. Line. When you put the two of those... I don't know what to do with my hands. God damn it, the fucking dog. Not my dog. Neighbor's
fucking dog.
Susan, I will call the ATF.
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. That was awesome. That was the Darwin Awards, number 8. Worst internet gun fails, number 8. The Darwin Awards by Brandon Herrera here on YouTube, guys. Yes. Thought that was awesome. Thought that was awesome to check out. Very good teachable moments there. What not to do in certain situations. That's for sure. That cannon instance at the end there kind of had me shook. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know if it's just digits he lost. I think his hand is probably fucking gone, like mangled. I don't know if you can really reconstruct what that probably did. You know, because it looked like he fully covered that shit. So I don't know, maybe. But no, that was good to see. The one with the Russian lady that fucking dragged her Makarov too. That was also kind of jokes. I don't know what the fuck that was going on. I don't know how you forget that your gun is on a lanyard. But yeah, thought this was a great video. If you guys enjoyed the reactions, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me, of course. Leave your recommendations down in the comments below. And of course, big thank you to all of our members, all of our Hastati, our Triarii, our Principe, Dagenhart, and of course, our Prefects, Fear, and Hobbit. I appreciate you guys. You guys inspire me to make more content for you guys every single day. With that, guys, this has been Centurion. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.